Okay. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 21st Filecoin Core Devs Biweekly meeting. It is Thursday, July 1st, also known as Canada Day here in Canada. I think we have reduced attendance today for probably various reasons, because of the holiday in Canada, because the hyperdrive network upgrade was last week. So this might be a somewhat quicker meeting. Currently, we don't have representatives from Forest and Venus, I think, but that's okay. Cool. So we can kick it off with kind of the big, both the Filecoin network upgrade, which is that the hyperdrive network upgrade was about 18 hours ago, went successfully. Folks have already started taking advantage of the new FIPS and the technology provided by Snarkback. So we've definitely seen some pre-commit batches and some proof commit aggregate methods already landing on chain, which is great. Yeah, I think in general, the upgrade went completely smoothly, and the critical partners were able to get over the upgrade and are syncing well. So that's very exciting. I think we'll see. It's a little early to see numbers based on how quickly the rate of onboarding new storage has increased as a result of hyperdrive. We'll probably get a better picture of that in the next couple weeks to months, I think, as people start to, as miners in particular, start to explore the new systems and see how that's going. But yeah, obviously, thank you to everyone here who is a part of the upgrade. I think Venus nodes went over the upgrade with us, and Forest and Wuhan nodes are shortly behind, I think, which is great. Cool. In terms of Lotus itself, yes, obviously we spent a lot of the past 2 weeks preparing and testing for the upgrade, and we're happy to see it go successfully. We're planning a 1.10.1 release fairly soon. This will basically just be fixes to the Lotus miner for the most part, so that they better take advantage of the new pre-commit batching and proof commit aggregates. There's a lot of small edge cases that we need to fix, and so as bug reports come in, we'll continue to kind of iterate on that, fixing them along the way. If you notice something odd while running a Lotus miner and trying to batch pre-commits or aggregate proof commits, please report them. We're happy to get them fixed as quickly as possible. We also cut the first release candidate for Lotus 1.11.0, which is basically about 2 to 3 months worth of dev work. It's mostly bug fixes and smaller features. We'll be testing that because there was a little bit of a backlog due to all the network upgrades. We'll probably have an extended testing window for that. We're hoping 1.11.0 can come out sometime in the next couple weeks. Note that based on the Lotus release scheme, it's an odd numbered release, 1.11, and so it is an optional release. And so folks can upgrade to it whenever they want to. But there's some good stuff in it. I think that's about everything from the Lotus team updates. Maybe let's hear from the Wuhan folks.
Hi, today Maxim is absent, so it's me reporting. So as for the mainnets, we updated our code. Oh, well, we updated to the hyperdrive. Spec factors upgrade. Also, we have detected the most memory consuming parts of our code, so we stabilized the memory consumption, so the node doesn't consume so much memory, and the process gets killed. So yeah, it lives about 4 to 5 days now in syncing mode, and but there are still some bugs somewhere which result in sick faults. We haven't caught them all yet. Also, Maxim is currently working with our security officer to validate the scope and prepare all necessary resources for the audit for the code. And we are thinking with the interop nets So it seems, yep, that's our dates.
Great, thank you very much. One quick question: when you say the node lives for 4 to 5 days, kind of what happens after 4 to 5 days? Is memory still like kind of ever increasing, or are there other issues that
It's
it
a
runs into?
memory issue, but there are some sig faults, so the process just dies.
Okay, interesting. That sounds difficult.
Yep.
Cool. Well, good job plugging those memory leaks, though. I think that's great.
Thanks.
Cool. Any other questions? Sorry, I also didn't ask if there were questions by the Lotus update. If anyone has any, I'm going to take them. All right. Sorry. Let's have an update from kind of the community side of things. Towards that, I do want to introduce Longfei to these calls. Longfei has joined the Filecoin team as a community advocate from China. So Longfei, if you want to introduce yourself real quick.
Hey everyone, I think I have seen a couple of familiar faces from the previous meeting, and it's actually a very great opportunity to be able to join this meeting to see all the people who are working on the core protocol, and that's going to be very important for the foundation. So I think I might just join the meeting ongoing and then get to know the progress of Lotus and other nodes. And it's going to be a good resource for me to get support a different area like developers or hackathons or even the collaborations. Thank you guys. Nice to see everyone.
Thank you. Welcome to the Fun Squad. And thanks for joining these meetings. Jennifer, do you have a community-facing update?
Yeah, so like you said, last night Hyperdrive happened, and most of the miner community are just like, trying the new features, like turn their like configuration to make sure it's the best for their mining setup. And also there are some confusion on the crypto econ side of the things, especially on the batch balancer, batch discount side of things, like when to batch is the most economical beneficial for miner to do that. So if you're a miner, make sure you follow Phil announcement in Filecoin Slack closely. We will share like the most up-to-date updates there. And for the other part of the community, like clients, developer, or whoever, you can see the chain get less congested and the base fee is really low. So the messages, the gas cost supposed to be like cheaper for like making deals and stuff. Like you said, the full impact should be observed in the next like few weeks. So stay tuned. We will have more updates for you guys later.
Thank you very much. Any questions about those updates? Cool. Folks from the foundation, any updates that you'd like to share?
Our main update is that this month we will be, I can't believe it's July, we are launching the Mining Incubation Center with IPFS Force. So we will have announcements coming up soon, but very, very, very thrilled for that. And then Dudley and Sonia can jump in on other updates from the security and advocacy front.
Okay. Sonia, Dudley, any updates? Oh, may I pass Sonia? Cool. Any questions that anyone has? Or other updates that folks would like to share?
Fuhon team has a couple of questions regarding the interop-net. So when we updated our code and tested it, there is a strange behavior in the price list of Lotus. So like there is a hyperdrive update epoch, which for interop-net in Lotus is set to some negative number. Well, it's just to skip the upgrades. So it's like Genesis is already hyperdrive. But the price list behavior is that it takes the Genesis price list instead of the newer.
Sorry, when you say price list, what do you mean?
I mean the gas prices.
Interesting.
Vary by epoch.
Interesting. And you're saying it's taking the old gas prices on interop-net?
Yes, for interop-net, it doesn't take the guess for a new method, which is aggregate seal verification. Also, we wanted to ask whether there were any messages which called the aggregate verification method.
Yeah. So two things. I think that just sounds like a bug in Lotus if it's using the old gas price list for interruptnet, and it wouldn't surprise me too much because interruptnet is the first time we've started a network directly from a version of actors that's not v0, in this case v5 directly, or I forget if it was v4 or v5. So that sounds like a bug that we need to look into. It might unfortunately mean that the blocks on interruptnet aren't like it's not correct right now, but that's okay. We can reset that network easily. To the second question, I don't think any pre-commit batch or proof commit aggregate methods landed on interruptnet, just because calibration net was reset at kind of the same time. So most of the testing we just did directly on calibration net. So I think if you want to check the correctness against a test network, calibration net is probably the most up-to-date one to use right now.
Thank you. We'll try that.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, thanks for reporting that, because it sounds like a bug. We'll open a Lotus issue for it if I confirm. Cool. Any other questions or updates or just points of discussion? All right, I think we can wrap it up here. It's been a busy couple of weeks, certainly leading up to Hyperdrive. So it's nice to slow down a bit. It's too early to start thinking about like we'll take a little bit of time to chill before we start to think about like the next network upgrade, v14. But if folks have ideas for like stuff that should be getting into it, whether it's FIPS or bug fixes or anything else, we can bring them up in the Slack channel, and we'll talk about them probably in the next Core Devs call once the picture starts to emerge a little bit more. Right now, I think our focus just needs to be on making sure the post Hyperdrive network is stable. So if we can all do that, I think it'll be good. But yeah, I think we can leave it there. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.